I may need to click on buttons here. I am definitely needing to click on buttons. Oh boy.
It's Streamception!
Yes. Anybody wants to zoom in, those are our analytics there.
Yes, look at them. Look at them.
Where's the Will button? Is this Will? This isn't Will. This is Will?
Yeah.
This is Will.
Hi.
There's Will.
Hi, people. Hello. Welcome to the podcast. I want to give one myself. With myself. Briefly with James Atkinson.
With himself.
With myself.
With himself. And of course, that gentleman up there. Right, that gentleman up there is Chris Hackelman.
Good morning, everybody.
I know the song we're going out to now.
What's that?
You'll find out at the end of the show.
Oh, I can sneak it in a little.
Gotta give you guys a reason to stick around.
This is true.
So, the old bait and switch.
How's everyone today? How you doing? Have you had a good week?
This has been the best part of my week. And with internet technical problems and all.
So it was all right one week, hospital week. So yeah, went smooth. Started to see us coming out of lockdown properly, as in we were allowed to get a little bit closer. It looks like by Christmas time, rather than the meter,
Well, I think also I read that the PM said that you guys would be able to go back into football stadiums for October.
Yeah, that's what he's hoping. As long as things continue the way they are, then we should be able to start going back into stadiums and that from October. So it looks like later, the latter half of this year, as long as we're okay, start doing things again.
Remember, it's not written in stone. They always can pull it back.
Look at Leicester, look at Blackburn. But they were put under extra lockdown, so depends how they'll behave.
I mean, you're talking cities. We're talking the entire states. Florida, Alabama, Georgia, California, Arizona. There's a belt that runs through the United States that's related to a book. We just kind of throw that one down there.
Oh, that tome. Yes, about a guy who did magic tricks for people.
I think he walked on water. He had some good ideas about how people should be, and you should definitely take those under consideration about how to be a good person. Whether it's written in stone or not, I don't know, but I'd like to think,
You're talking about David Blaine, right?
Yeah, of course, David Blaine.
Yeah.
Oh God, we gotta watch that David Blaine video today. You guys remember the stop putting Cheez-Its in our mouth, orange soda in our mouth, David Blaine? Do you guys remember that video?
No.
Oh, we're watching.
Oh yeah.
He just stares at the camera like,
it
ooh. The gag video.
What?
We're gonna watch it. It is an internet classic.
Okay.
Who did that one?
Fair enough. But on today's show, what we're going to do is going to have a mild sort of content dump, I believe. We've had a bit of food for the weekend. We're just it's not settling properly. It wants to make itself known again. So we've got a bit of that. We got what we've been playing. We've got some shout outs and pimp outs, no doubt. And so I think that's the show for today. So let's have a sort of blink and you miss it moment to start with. Sony. Now, I know you wouldn't have seen this, Chris, but James, you might have. On Twitter yesterday, Sony released and then deleted a game that's a full motion video called Gamer Girl. Now, if you don't know what this is about, this is where you play as a mod for a girl who's streaming. Yes. And somehow you become part of her life. And then a sort of stalker situation starts happening in this game. Which, I mean, let's be honest, in this climate, it's not a good idea for a game, really, is it?
No.
It's a little too close to the mark with shit that's going on for some female streamers, and yeah, especially with the harassment stuff that's been happening, that's been bring forth to light. It's like one of those moves of really.
Yeah, like, no, why did they think that was a good idea in any way? Like, not a single part of that sounds like a good idea.
It sounds like somebody had like the tweet like spooled up like months ago when they were gonna be like scheduling out all their tweets in advance, and they forgot about it, and then all of a sudden it's just like it went out and everybody's like, oh shit.
Yes. I saw a tweet yesterday, so I'm retweeting it. I just had my head in my hands like my emote because oh fucking boy, what were they thinking? I just yeah, and that's the sad thing. It wasn't a hoax, Robin. It really was the game that they thought was a good idea to show.
I mean, if Devolver Digital did it, you would have been like, kind of in bad taste, but okay, we get it, Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
Right? But like,
Devolver's just a huge fever dream. Okay, whatever. It happens.
By the way,
but like as a seriousness,
yes,
Christ,
a
no.
seriousness and a very serious company that Sony is. It's what the fuck. Devolver, I mean, they won so far this E3 cycle for me. That show was just out of fucking control.
I mean, we didn't see many games, but fuck me, the story in between.
No, that's the whole point. We didn't see many games because the entire show was about style over substance. They were metaing their meta.
We will hype the games, but you will have much to hype more than the game itself. You will buy it, and it will sit there, and it will do nothing.
They literally made a game of what their E3 booth would be, for you to go and get hyped in a video game about the games they have coming out. What else can I say? Like, at that point, you have gone like so meta that you've come back to reality. At that point, you've gone full circle. You've gone plaid.
You've gone ludicrous meta. But it was a lot more fun than Ubisoft's Forward, which I know James saw at the same time because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Did you catch any of it, Chris?
Sony's thing? No.
No,
Ubisoft
one.
Ubisoft? No.
Let me sum it up for you. Watch Dogs Legion started with it, ended with Far Cry 6. The middle of it absolutely forgettable.
Yeah.
Figured. See, I don't need to watch these things because you guys do. And honestly, the only one I ever miss is Devolver Digital, but that's always going to be available because they post it live on the YouTubes.
I would definitely watch the Devolver Digital, but yeah.
And the worst part is, like, I'm sitting there, like, looking at, like, all of their stuff, and they're talking about Legion, and you could be all these different people. I'm like, I mean, it looks all right, but I feel like I've played this game before, right? Like, oh, you're in a near future London where everybody is like the government's cracking down and like you're the anarchy. I'm like, so we're just playing V for Vendetta. That's what we're playing. We're V for Vendetta. That's the game.
Yep.
That feels too real of late.
Let me save you some money. Go rent V for Vendetta for $3.99. Watch it, and you'll have a just as good, if not more memorable experience, because Hugo Weaving is a freaking madman in that movie. And is great. Yeah. It just, I'm waiting for Ubisoft to innovate. And it's just not happening.
I mean, you get, in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you can build your own village.
I mean, I love me some base building mechanics in video games. Like, that's kind of my shiz. Like, if you tell me you got an action RPG that's got some like go back and build base mechanics, like I'm in. You got freaking Assassin's Creed, but once again, Assassin's Creed 2 did that, right? Like you're building Ezio's estate.
Yeah, you're building up Ezio's mansion.
So it's like it's a new mechanic that we did 4 video games ago.
It's a new mechanic that most other games already have in better ways.
That like have it's evolved. I also like the like
I hate to break it to him, but that was the premise of Fallout 4. Was, oh, it's Fallout, and you can build shit.
it was janky as hell because it was Bethesda, but you could do it.
Which, the one thing that we were talking about when we were watching this was the region of England it's going to be in.
Yeah.
It could be where I live. It looks it's the area like East Anglia and sort of East Midlands, because there was Lincolnshire in there. There's the city of Lincoln, so it's like that's not far away. And we know that my town is in the Doomsday Book, and we know it is a Viking village.
Yep.
So maybe.
Yeah, I look at this game. The only mechanic that has me mildly interested, it's not even a mechanic, is that like it's the raiding. Like the fact that like you can take your boat and like run it aground and everybody jumps off and then starts charging the village. To me, I'm like, okay, that's legitimately how that was done. But I'm like, for that, like that one, like when you're like, okay, like you jump out, like you jump in, boom, done, you're running, you start raiding. And they're like, oh yeah, raid settlements for this and stuff. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, but why? You're Vikings. And they're like, and then castle sieges. I'm like, when did Vikings siege castles? They were about small raiding. When did they siege castles? You have to leave Norway because reasons. It was like the most thinly veiled, like, you need to leave it because, like, there aren't enough supplies to live, so you're gonna go live in England now. It's like,
Yeah, we're going to go invade England and live there instead. There you go. Invasion. That's what they did.
but Vikings aren't all about battling. They're family people, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, don't... Like, we all know roughly what Vikings are. At least...
Vikings aren't new.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to explain the premise of Vikings to us. We have a general understanding. Like, they weren't just, like, raiders and rapists and, like, warmongers. We know. We definitely know that. Most people who have a primary school education know that Vikings were more than that. I just don't have much faith in this game. Because I'm sitting there like, once again, it's like you wait for them to innovate, and they take the needle and they just shove it a little bit forward each time. Not enough to like kind of like make it something new, but like just enough that it's a little bit different from the last one. And as I've explained to like my next door neighbor's kid, because he was asking me about it, I said like, it feels a lot like the next year of Madden. He goes, why? What's the next? Why are you comparing it to them? Like, because essentially, what Madden and FIFA are, is you're just paying $60 for your kit and roster updates. In this game, it just feels like I'm paying for like a Viking story with the exact same engine as like the last 2 Assassin's Creeds.
And that's the thing, that Ubisoft said they were going to redo things. They were going to, change things up so it wasn't just cookie cutter, this, that, and the next thing, but just different skins. And it feels like they lied at the moment.
I mean, you can dual wield shields.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I want to go for the dual wielding shield speedrun strat. The best offense is a defense.
Yeah, sharp.
The best offense is only defense.
Have it on a chain to whip the shields out, spin round, whirling dervish of
Sword
death.
chucks. Let's get sword chucks. I'm waiting for sword chucks.
Try to bring them
I've,
around.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. That they in Assassin's Creed 1, they took a crossbow out of the game because they realized it wasn't historically accurate for the time period that the person could have crossbows. Can you tell me, Will, what was the DLC that you just played for Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Yeah. The Atlantis, Fate of Atlantis.
Going to Atlantis and talking to Greek gods?
Yeah, because the Greek gods were looked at as the ones that came before.
Historically accurate. And then there's Far Cry 6. Is anybody excited for Far Cry 6?
No.
Nope.
It's Far Cry.
I wasn't excited for Far Cry 5, though, to be fair, because of the microtransactions debacle. But I think that's left a sour taste in my mouth.
It just seems like it's Far Cry, just in a dictatorship in South America. I can't. Ubisoft.
It's the same.
Anno is good.
It's the same. Always.
Anno is good. You do a good job with Anno. But it's the same game, different skin out. But at least it's interesting because it's an RTS. Just do something, please. I'm begging you.
Innovate.
Leave the franchises that we have been done to death away for a few years. Not just 1 year. Leave them away for like 5-6 years. Let us want them again.
Can we talk? Their best franchise right now is Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it was innovative when it came out. Nobody had done that. It was like, this is cool. I don't know, Ubisoft. I don't care if you innovate. I don't care if you steal ideas from other people, but like bring something new into the game. That's all I'm asking. Just bring something new.
I mean, I'll probably get Watch Dogs Legion, and I'll probably get Valhalla, but Far Cry.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just can't bother with.
I got Far Cry 5 for the memes.
Yeah.
That's like I did not buy it because I thought it was going to be a good game. I bought it because I thought it was going to be crap. Same with freaking Shadow of War. Was that a Ubisoft game?
No, that was Warner Brothers. Yeah, Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor was Warner Brothers. Who was recently having a rumor that they were going to be bought out by Microsoft. Which is just a rumor at this point. But speaking of Microsoft, there's a couple of things, big things happening recently with their sort of hardware side of things. Which is, as I finish off this bottle of Iron Brew right here. Iron Brew. Sponsored, not sponsored, but still, buy it, drink it. It's great. Right. So, Microsoft is obviously coming to the end of the console life of the Xbox One. Their manufacturing is changing with that. And so they're stopping the Xbox One X, which I found a big surprise, considering that was the one with the HDR graphics, the higher bits. They're also getting rid of the digital edition of the Xbox One S. So the only one they're going to be making and selling for now is the Xbox One S normal edition, the step up from the Xbox One. Which kind of surprised me they're doing that now, rather than waiting till after the Series X comes out. Seems a little bit weird. But in other news, if you, like myself, have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, from September, you get also xCloud included. So you can use the streaming service as part of it at no extra cost. Which, if you want to use your games on the go and, stream it to other places, fair enough. Which is quite nice. Which, considering I'm the only sort of console gamer here, is like.
I mean, I could use it because I have a PC, but I still kind of like owning the games. It's just me. It's just the thing. Also, Death Stranding came out last week. Everybody should play it. Give Kojima your money.
And also, Phil Spencer is saying that Microsoft intends for all Xbox One games that do not require Kinect to play on the Xbox Series X at the launch of console. Not just the top 100, all of them. Wow. That's nice.
It is, but from what I've also been reading, they've said that they're pushing for that, but it also means that there's not going to be a lot of true first-person titles for a couple of years that come out, because they're working so hard on the backwards compatibility aspect that they're not looking at newer games, which is good, and I think it's going to be happy for a lot of console players, that fence. But I mean, once again, we're talking about innovating. You're talking about bringing this new video game system with awesome new hardware to it. And what are you focusing on? Not the awesome new hardware and games for the awesome new hardware. You're focusing on bringing everything you in your backlog forward.
Yeah. Which, that really is a first, as such, because you may go, well, the PS3 was allowing you to play your PS2 games at launch, but they took that away.
And PS1.
Yeah.
I have that PlayStation 3 still.
Mine sadly had the red flashing light of death.
Mine didn't. Mine's...
But then your one was Thingy. It wasn't like an emulator based. Your one in Europe it was. So we had the emulator based version of that. We didn't have the hardware installed in the PS3, which is a big thing. So yeah, I'm glad Microsoft said that, and we'll find out a little bit more about their first party titles coming up on July 23rd.
It's a bold move that they're focusing on backwards compatibility versus first party titles. I don't know how I feel about it, especially because there's somebody who owns an Xbox but doesn't own any games for it. I really use it as I use it as kind of what Bill Gates kind of wanted the Xbox to be originally. I use it as my media station. It's got Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, my television, everything runs through it, so I just have one spot where I can interchangeably get between all of the apps that I want to use, and then occasionally, I'll jump in and I'll play a game. But if I want a game, I game on my PC.
I do like the fact that it's one less thing you can just swap out, rather than keep under your TV and think, well, I still want to play the old generation games, so I'd need to keep my old console.
Do you need to rebuy them, though?
No.
Okay. That's the other
thing. If you've already bought those games, they're in your collection. They come with you.
You're going to laugh when you hear what the 2 video games I own on the Xbox are. I own 3. The Division 2, because it came with it.
Right.
Lost Odyssey from Xbox One.
Right.
The RPG.
Okay.
Fable 2.
Wow.
That's it. And 2 Human. I got 2 Human before they took it off the store.
Yeah, I got 2 Human as well.
Oh yeah.
I once again, I knew it was a shit game, but I still it's one of those shit games that I enjoy still.
If you can have a good time at a shit game, then there you go. You know.
I once again, it was so much hype and premise, like Norse gods, but like cyberpunky future. It's like, yeah, that seems like it could be really cool, and then just no.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I didn't have a bad time with it.
I played a bit of it during my Crap for Chrome stream. And I think we had a good time with it. It's just I will go back to it and I will play it.
It wasn't the worst game you played.
No, certainly not. Oh no, that was last week.
It actually, in my memory, it does not stand out as a bad game.
No.
Actually, I have it for the original 360.
I think I do too.
It was not a bad game.
It was not a well optimized game.
Definitely true.
If you want to play a bad game, go onto Steam and buy Damnation. And that's a terrible game.
I made you guys play a tough game yesterday, but at least I didn't make you pay for it.
Yeah, but
that wasn't a bad game either.
It was fun.
Helltaker wasn't a bad game. I love Helltaker.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That wasn't a bad game.
It's a tough game, not bad game.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it wasn't too tough either. It was just like a couple of the levels were a little tricky.
It's one of those bits where if you try to go too fast, you will end up going slower because you're not working out what you're doing to get to that point. And that's the big thing that my brain doesn't like doing.
Now, if you got that game, like if he made a sequel to that game where it's heaven, but it's like twice as many levels and it's $5, would you buy it?
Possibly.
$5 probably.
And it also comes
I bought worse for more.
Truth. Absolute truth. I mean, once again, we talked about I own Shadow of War. And I think Helltaker's a little more optimized game than that one.
A little bit.
So, I think that's the content dump. Do we have any more?
Nope.
Sliding out? No. Okay, fair enough. So we can move on to what we've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can go first. I mean, the guys have seen what I've streamed this week, so I don't really need to go through those. I mean, Hat in Time and Equinox, is bloody brilliant. I really am enjoying that. You could say there's a couple of niggle, but not really. It's for their time, it shouldn't just let you go through hand holding. So that's more down to me not paying attention or thinking for it. I say I played some more Dirt Rally 2. Yeah, it's quite bad. My setup was wrong. Played some Trine 2 of Last Lisa, did another level, which is nice. A little bit of Word Maze. And then Ghost of Tsushima I started yesterday. Oh my. Now, I know this hasn't reviewed well. I know it's a bit sort of ups and downs. I started on the Kurosawa mode to see how it would look. It looks superb. I have to say, it's very atmospheric so far. I tweeted a picture earlier from briefly of standing like in this sort of wooded area where there's a load of leaves that have fallen down, and the wind movement is just makes it look so cool. Fighting's not bad either. But I did change it back to normal sort of colour. But I've kept the subtitles because I think that makes that game better rather than the English dubbed over.
Well, here's the thing. It's not English dub.
No.
If you change the voice, and I think this is a small technical thing that people have to realize, is that if you change it to English, it completely reloads the game, and the lips are synced to the English voice actors.
Right.
And if you switch it to Japanese, the lips are synced to the Japanese voice actors.
I just think it has the atmosphere better, having the experience a lot better of having Japanese with English subtitles.
I am with you on 90% of things that have dubs. I agree with you. There's a few cases where I will argue that the dub is better than the subtitles.
Bad martial arts movies.
Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is immensely better as a dub series than sub, and I will fight people on that one.
And Kung Pao.
Enter the Fist.
Yes, yes. With
The
Matt
wood
Stories.
Beast Stars. Yep.
Yeah.
Ghost Stories is much better dubbed.
And the Guyver, I think. The original Guyver. Because where else do you get such classic lines as Enzyme when he's in a fight with Guyver? Has his arm removed from about, just below elbow. And the excruciating pain that this monster must be in. And he goes, shit, you cut off my arm, you bastard. That's perfect. So that's what I've been playing. If you want to see what other stuff I've been playing, say check out the VODs, which have gone up on the YouTube this morning. So yes, please check those out. Chris, what have you been playing?
I have been playing mostly Elder Scrolls Online.
Ooh, what have you been up to on there?
Oh, I've been leveling up myself a Nightblade. A fancy little character that I intend to play. And housing. The housing system in this game is phenomenal. I give it some big preaches.
Are you saying that it just works?
It actually is pretty solid because it's not trying to run off of the old systems. So yeah.
Cool. Anything else apart from Helltaker?
That's it.
Okie dokie Jams.
Hi.
What have you been playing? Because we forgot one, didn't we?
What?
Forgot F1 2020, didn't we? I forgot to say about that.
Oh yeah. Well, we can talk about that here. So me and Will have started our F1 saves.
Yep.
Will's much more advanced in the game than I am, but that's because Will is playing it specifically for YouTube, so he's able to upload it at his leisure, where I am streaming it every Sunday at 11 to 11:30, depending on when races end, on this very channel. In which place, the first race was Australia. And so far it's James 1, Will 0.
Yep.
Because I finished the race and Will didn't.
No, we know why I didn't finish the race. I started in 6th. And I got to the lead after when the first round pit stops were taking place. Now my tyres were going off, and Valtteri Bottas was a lot faster. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a strategic decision to move out the way of Bottas, so I don't lose much time fighting him, and he doesn't lose as much time because that's not the fight I was in. My car goes off the road. As it's coming back on, Valtteri Bottas's car is right there. I smack it. I go spinning. Boom, I'm out of the race. Whereas James
finished the race in not last place because somebody got disqualified, did not finish. I was second to last. And I wasn't lapped either. So,
now, for your first time out, you wanted to survive, if I remember, because obviously, with you not being racing as an aficionado, you didn't want to thing me. You didn't want to, you didn't want to punt. You didn't want to hit any other drivers. You just wanted to get in nice and smooth and get your confidence up, which you did.
Yeah, considering that the first, like, that was the first time I was ever on a track with other drivers, it was like, oh yeah, this is a thing. There was some contact a couple of times. I may have been warned twice about running into people. I couldn't help it that, like, I'm braking and this guy's braking harder than me, and then, like, I don't have anywhere to go on the outside, so I just hit the rear end of him. Did more damage to me than him.
Yeah.
Had to get a wing replaced. Yeah, but I survived to the end of the race.
Which is good.
And there will be some changes for next week, for tomorrow. I'm going to lower the difficulty a little bit. I think medium's probably a little bit too much at the moment, given my skill level. I'm going to put automatic DRS enabling on, mainly because that I have a wheel that I'm borrowing to race with, and because of the way the wheel is mapped wise, there's only so much I can concentrate on. Just trying to figure out how to drive the damn thing. That I'm like automating DRS. I think in the DRS zones. Let's be honest, I'm never going to be close to anybody to activate DRS anyways. So it's just like let's just let it do it. The wheel. You guys will enjoy the wheel more, I think. Number one, fucking workout. You want to talk about, like, I was sweating with the controller when I was doing it. And what was it like? What did I do? Was it like a 15 lap Australia?
Yeah, because you're doing 25% race distance.
Right. There's a 15, and like my thumbs hurt for like 2 days after that race, right?
Yeah.
I have a wheel now. This is a whole upper body experience we're talking about here. Because, like, I'm using the flappy paddles to accelerate and brake while I'm also trying to turn the wheel. And then, like, also trying to, like, work my gas mixtures and stuff while trying not to punt this thing at 200 miles per hour. Yeah, no. It's, there's a lot happening.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you've got floor pedals. I'm like, listen, I can barely get my brain to communicate to my hands. You want to start adding foot pedals into this thing? It ain't happening.
Here's a question for you, though, James, because this was something I really started noticing when I was recording China. Did your controller, when you were going around corners, vibrate?
Yes.
Because that's them trying to replicate the G-forces.
Well, I mean, normally it was vibrating because I was hitting the curbs like a maniac. I don't think I've done a clean corner yet.
But when you go around corners, it starts to vibrate. I was really noticing it more, and it's like, bloody hell, they put the G-forces in, which is really cool. So that helps wear you out as well, because that rumbles through your hands, goes up into your body, and sort of.
You don't get that with the racing wheel. So that's the other thing too. Like when you hit a curb with the racing wheel. So I was doing a couple test laps, and like I was doing it with some tire wear. I hit a curb with a worn tire on a racing wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, it went. And I'm not talking
Forced
like.
back.
Well, no, this thing wasn't like a slide. This thing was like a slide, and then all of a sudden I caught and I flipped. I flipped it. Punted it hard. So yeah,
hard punterino.
There was a hard punterino. Flashbacks may be turned on because, like, if I get DQ'd in like the first couple laps, okay, that's fine. Good job. We tried real hard, people. Let's go out there and get it next time. But if I'm on like if I'm 90% of the way done with it, do you have flashbacks on, Will?
No, I turned mine off.
Okay, then I have to keep them off. Let's be real here.
That incident with Bottas wouldn't have happened, or would have happened, but just mysteriously disappeared if I had flashbacks on.
All right, I have to turn flat. I have to keep them off then. But it's gonna be an interesting experience. If you guys are gonna see me, like, if you thought like I was quiet and focused while I was racing with Will, like last time on the controller, it's gonna get worse because I have to concentrate more with the wheel. Will is there really to help read chat and stuff and to remind me, like, you gotta box this lap, James, because I'm just sitting there going, like, gah!
Yeah, James, it's Lard. Alonso is faster than you. Please confirm. Stuff like that, you know.
Also, it's like, you know, we probably didn't go for the most optimal car setup. Let's be honest.
No, but it wasn't terrible. You went for a similar setup to mine. And mine, as you would have seen in the video that was on YouTube, mine wasn't bad. Mine was fast.
No, I'm talking about like the initial setup of the car when we developed the team.
Yeah.
Durability? No. Downforce? No. Brakes? No. Power? Yes. All engine power. Let's just make this thing a fucking speed demon. What about the corners? We'll worry about that when we get there. But fast in a straight line? Yes. But we're still not fast.
You just got to keep an eye on your finances as well, because I sometimes get the, oh, by the way, we don't think we have enough money to pay our drivers. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, you're on about the contract bit coming up. Oh, okay. So you have to keep an eye on your money a little bit.
Come on,
See
that's
what
the
you spend
management
on.
part of games. I got that part. You saw the min-maxing that I did right off the bat. It's like, let's
Yep.
improve all these things here because it's going to maximize the amount of reputation gain I get plus development points. And then all of a sudden the next 2 weeks came in, I'm like, okay, and I'm fine. And then I did practice. Also, apparently, since we were talking about it being a little bit bugged,
Yeah.
there is a bug for I think the qualifying times because like the guys who are like the pros at it that I've been watching have actually said don't do the qualifying because the number that they set for your qualifying time is unrealistic for you to get with the car that you have.
Really?
Yeah, the guy because like I think the guy was like saying like this is like the qualifying time he was set to beat for like to pass the thing was like Hamilton's pole position from the year before.
Wow.
And it was just like I am not in a Mercedes asking me to do what the Mercedes did with the best driver in the world. Arguably the best driver in the world.
Yeah. He is up there. He is up there, we have to admit, because you've got to put him in the likes of Fangio, Michael Schumacher. You've got to put him up there.
Could say currently the best driver in the world?
Yeah, 6 times world champion, going for a 7th, you would say that.
So, needless to say, F1. If you want the realistic experience, watch Will. If you want to meme, watch me, because I'm struggling hard to figure this shit out.
But struggling, you're ahead of us 1-0.
Yes. I don't. If I'm being realistic, if the series continues, and I told Will we're gonna do it in a season, at least one season, all 22 races.
22 races, yep.
If I'm being realistic, I see us contending for the points, like the lower 10th, 11th, 10th, 8th, 9th place, midway through season 2. That's me being realistic, because it's like, that's me developing as a driver and the car developing.
Yeah. And we're also doing this like a friendly competition of head-to-heads.
Yeah.
Who finishes higher up.
Or in some cases, who finishes.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm one up. I know for a fact that that's going to change in a couple of episodes. So it's probably going to be like, how many races did James beat Will? By the end of it, it's like, what's the over/under? We think 22 races, maybe 3, 4. If you punt it a couple times, because here's the thing. This is where the strategy comes in, because Will can race ahead, right? He already is. I know which races he's finished and hasn't. I could go uber conservative on the races he hasn't I know he hasn't finished, and just finish the race and immediately be better off than he is. Granted, we probably have to put the caveat in is that if you didn't finish last, I still have to beat where you were in the in the positions.
Yeah.
But you were the first one out in Australia, right?
Yep, I was the only one out in Australia.
So
you want up?
Yeah. I one-upped. Not very well.
The one thing I'm not going to do at the moment is I'm not going to play any more of Formula 1 until a patch comes out to sort out a nasty bug that has cost me in my season so far. And that is the tire compound bug. Now, in a Formula 1 race, Pirelli normally bring 3 types of compound to the race. There's soft, medium, and hards. Now, in a race, it is mandated that you use at least 2 of those 3 compounds. Now, the bug that's cost me, and I'm not going to tell you how it's cost me, you're going to have to watch that in a few weeks when it comes out. I did the 2 compounds that I needed to do, and you will see that in qualifying, you'll see that in the race. The last lap, or so the penultimate lap, it came up with a warning that I hadn't done it and I needed to pit. And I didn't fully read it properly. I'm like, wait, what? I saw something flash up. And when I crossed the line, it disqualified me. So you can understand I was miffed that my result that I did do was taken away.
Which race was this again?
China.
Finish
Number 4.
China.
Yeah.
Don't punt China. Got it.
I mean, James, you can watch what happened there, at your leisure because you have access to it right now. But
The people will have access soon. I took a break from doing YouTube stuff. They'll get it soon.
so it's just, yeah. So I'm waiting until they patch that because that's a nasty bug, and they've had it in the game before. They had it a couple of years ago, so it's just reappeared again, and we're waiting for another patch, which hopefully will be this week, so then I can continue on.
Easy game.
So, what else have you been playing, Did?
Not Football Manager. Haven't touched it this week. I'm kind of at a crossroads with it because I love Football Manager, but I've done 121 episodes of the series. I won everything we could have won last year, and this year looks like it's going to be the same thing. We've got a stronger squad on a leaner budget, and we're not losing games. I think I've gone through, and even with rotating squads, we're just ridiculous. So I may play this one the season through, get to the end of it, and then I may have to do what I normally do, is skip 5 years in the future and see what's happened to TGWPIS FC. See if they remain champions, see where Pepe's gone. And then, because the goal was to be like, all right, let's play through this and let's get Pepe to retire. But Pepe's 27 and just a freaking madman. He's got 8 goals in like 10 games, something like that. He's just stupid. But that's something I'll figure out. There's still plenty of time. And November's when it's supposed to come out. Pepe 2021 is supposed to come out. FM 2021. Besides that, we played some Helltaker, which was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed playing that game with you guys. If you want, look at the VOD as of yesterday. I think it was after the technical issues. It's a good game. I suggest everybody play it. It's free. For the low price of free, it is just a well done indie game. And you'd think the premise is about a guy getting a demon harem, and that's what it is, but it has a pretty wholesome ending to it. Would everybody not agree?
I would agree.
Yeah,
I'd agree.
It doesn't end. It can go away. It can definitely go away, and it doesn't. Pancakes. The other thing, and the other game I've been playing a ton of, and I can't believe I can believe I am, but it's Warhammer 40,000: Dawn of War 2.
Wow.
How's that for a classic?
Yeah, that is a few years old, that one.
But probably one of the best Warhammer real-time strategy games. It's clean, it's good, it's got like the right elements of leveling up characters and equipment and gear and stuff. It's just a fun game. So I've been playing through that campaign. And then just a little Anno. Just kind of around there. It's been more of an RTS mood. Lately. That's pretty much it. F1, obviously. I have the itch to play Death Stranding again because it's out on PC.
Yeah. I have the itch to play some more of Tsushima. That's another game that's gotten into me. So, I mean, that may be a contender for this year.
I can believe it. You know what I can also believe that's coming out, because I have found out that I have to take 2 weeks of vacation time between now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Do I think somewhere between October and Christmas time, where there's a game coming out. I don't know whether you guys have heard of it. Please let me know if you have heard of this, but it's a small game, and it's called Cyberpunk 2077.
If they don't push the release date back again, I am strongly thinking of taking the 18th and 19th and 20th off from work.
Yeah.
I have never done this before for a video game, but I literally have to take time off. Like, if I don't use it, I lose it. So I was like, well, that may be a thing. Just take time off for Cyberpunk. And just play it. And watch Kim slowly hate me for it. Take time off for... I can hear it here. Take time off for a video game, but won't take time off for me to go someplace. Where can we go?
We're in lockdown. We can't do anything at the moment.
We can go to a zoo. You can socially distance at the zoo. Okay. What after that? You go to the zoo and usually go and eat at a restaurant. I ain't eating inside a restaurant.
Let them deliver to us.
The zoo is in Bridgeport. So it's like an hour and a half away from the house. It's a good zoo. I recommend going to it. It's the Beardsley Zoo. They have an ocelot. They've got tigers. They've got leopards. And a bison. Good thing. Good family fun. But yes, I may take some time off to play Cyberpunk. Because why not?
Oh yeah.
People have taken time off for World of Warcraft releases.
And of course for Extra Life, which we'll be discussing a bit more about next month. When we
Is Extra Life normally for us in November?
Yeah, it's first weekend in November.
God, Cyberpunk has made me miss Extra Life 2 years in a row. Playing it.
2020 dates for Extra Life. November 7th, 2020.
I may do 8 hours of Football Manager if the new one comes out for it. We'll just start a save and see how far we can get. Maybe we'll do Tottenham. We'll call it Tottenham Troubles. But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Fair enough. Okay, then.
Got the David Blaine video.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look at this.
So this to give you an idea of where this is. First of all, it's the highest resolution is 240p because it was shot December 9th, 2007. So it is a subject of its time, but Chris, you'll remember this, and it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, these guys. Hey, fellas. Hey.
No, David Blaine, no.
I'm taping the Street Magic special. You want to see some magic?
No, you made fools out of us last time. No, thank you.
Look, we were just out shopping all day. We just want to go into my apartment and relax. So bye-bye.
Where'd you go shopping?
We went to an outlet store, okay? You wouldn't have heard of
It's
it.
not trendy yet. Nobody knows about it.
What'd you buy?
I bought a green sweater, if you want to know. Okay,
Ooh,
I
big
bought a
whoop.
green sweater.
Interesting. Are you sure you didn't buy a teddy bear?
Yes, I'm sure I didn't.
Yeah.
Teddy bear,
What
what
the
the F?
How did you...
How did he get it? Where's my sweater?
David Blaine, he bought a green sweater, okay? So you can't just make that disappear, okay? That's like stealing. It's the equivalent of stealing. So where is
I
it?
spent like $48, so you're not being clever at this point, all right? You're being mean. You're being stupid. Where is it?
Look at your effing body right now, Peter.
What the
What
F?
the
How did I was holding things.
Did you feel
How did
anything on it?
Thanks, you stretched it out probably. Thank you.
Please
Stretch it out.
stop
I
it.
don't want to wear it
Please
right now.
stop.
I don't
Hey.
even want to wear it yet.
Hey, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking orange soda. Ooh,
Yeah,
big
it's his
whoop.
favorite.
You gonna turn it into a teddy bear? I'm holding it.
Orange soda, huh? Hey, what else is orange?
What else is orange? I don't know. Cheez-Its? Cheez-Its!
What the?
Cheez-Its!
Fuck!
What the? Cheez-Its! 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 Where's my orange soda? What'd you do with it? Where's my orange soda?
It's orange soda in my mouth.
What the F?
You put it in my mouth.
What the F?
How did you get it in my mouth?
Please stop, you demon! You're a demon!
What the hell?
Please stop, you demon!
All right. You know what, you guys? I want to show you something cool. You want to see it?
No.
If you do it to yourself, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay?
Just wait a second. Wait
Fine.
Fine, just stay away from us.
Leave us alone.
Oh, I've seen this before. You're just putting your foot
Big deal,
in,
yeah.
in front of the other foot.
My 10-year-old nephew can do this. Big deal.
Just wait. Takes a second.
Chris Angel did it better, you bitch. Chris Angel did it better.
Uh-oh.
You're not even levitating, prick.
Evan?
What?
I'm levitating.
What the F?
I feel warm and I'm levitating.
What the F? Put him down,
Put
please.
me down.
No, there's nothing underneath him.
I'm
There is
going
nothing
toward
underneath
the
him.
roof.
Please put
Up
him
here.
down. Please
He put me
him
on the
down.
roof. He put me down on the roof. Why did he put me up here? David Blaine, put me down.
Stop putting soda in our mouth!
He's not even levitating me down.
Let's go. We're leaving.
Wait.
No, we're
Goodbye.
All
No.
right, you guys, just one more trick.
No, I will sue
One
you.
more
I will
trick.
sue you.
There's no need to close it. Just one more
will sue
trick.
you.
Come on. Wait, you guys.
Get the door open.
Last one, I promise. Hey, you guys. If you let me do one more trick, I'll give you $100.
I'm gonna call the police.
If you let me do one more trick, I will give you $100.
You'll give me $100?
Yeah.
You can get that scarf.
I know. Okay, fine. Where's the $100?
All right, can we all go inside, please?
And so
Fine.
you're coming in.
You better give me $100
Hey, welcome to Evans.
for my apartment, big whoop.
What are these?
These are my videos.
Interesting. Why don't you do me a favor and find the tape that says Evan's Baby Video, April 1984.
That's one of my home movies. I never watched
Check the
it.
VCR.
It's in the VCR.
I don't feel
Press
comfortable
play.
about this.
No, it's one of my home videos.
I
Big
don't
whoop.
feel
I see
comfortable
you.
about.
It's me as the baby.
Hi, Daddy.
It's me as the baby. What?
That's his mom. I know her.
Evan looks just like his
It's
mom.
me as the baby. Big whoop.
She still looks good. She look.
Someone's at the door.
Evan!
Hi, may I help you?
Hey, here's $100. I owe it to your son.
What the fuck? Fucking F!
It's the same.
You're a time-traveling demon!
Get out of his childhood. I gotta piss my pants. I gotta piss my pants.
Get out! Get out! You time-traveling
All right.
back to the future in your ass! Get out! Get out, you demon! I will call the police. I'm not signing any release. If I see you again, I'm calling the police. You ass!
Wow, that was pretty impressive.
Wait.
Evan.
He just pissed orange soda. Does it hurt?
That is an internet classic.
Look at his face.
Just the it is David Blaine to a T.
That's something really both selected David Blaine. It's all about the magic.
The best line is Chris Angel did it better, you fuck. Yeah, so David Blaine, Street Magician. It's great. There's 4 videos that these were done, obviously back in the beginning years of YouTube. I think these were on, like, I don't even know if they were on YouTube to start with, but they're absolutely treasures.
Mm-hmm.
So
was pretty
that was what leads us to the pimp outs and the shout outs. Do we have any? Chat, obviously. Chat being here. That's the big shout out.
Of course. Always chat. We love you, chat. Always do. Even when you troll us, we love you.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we've got the Friday free play to discuss as well. What we want to play.
Do. What games do we want to do this time?
It's a tough question. It is a tough question because we've gone through the list, haven't we?
We have gone through the list, but not all of them have been played.
So let us see what else we have in the list. So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first with that choice?
I will. Borderlands 2!
Okay.
I'll put that one. I'll motion to put that one back on.
I'm going to go with Half Dead. Because I've not played that in a while.
I'll agree to Half Dead.
So it's only 2 this week. Borderlands 2 and Half Dead. Okay. We can do that. Do I have Half Dead?
Yes.
I believe it. We could have said No Man's Sky because it has a new patch that came out.
It does have a new patch.
I don't have Half Dead.
You know, I'll throw No Man's Sky up. So we'll do Half Dead, No Man's Sky, Borderlands 2.
What we do for No Man's Sky, though. Because I have that on PS4, not PC.
Ah. Doesn't it have crossplay now?
No.
No Man's Sky crossplay.
You know, I'll find out to be wrong here, but I don't think it does.
No Man's Sky is heading to Xbox Game Pass on June 11th, along with a Windows 10 version. Developer Hello Games announced that tomorrow the players will be able to cross-platform multiplayer, meaning PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC players will be able to adventure together.
Oh, okay.
As of June 11th.
Nice. Fair enough. So I do stand corrected. It's a good correction. So, Half Dead, Borderlands 2, No Man's Sky.
I don't have Half Dead. I'm looking
You
at
should
mine.
have Half Dead.
Is it free?
Pretty sure I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Is it called Half Dead? Like H-A...
LF.
LF?
Yeah.
Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Deathmatch, Half-Life 2, Episode 1, Episode 2, Lost Coast, Deathmatch, Blue Shift, Opposing Force, Source, Deathmatch, Dedicated Server, SDK. Is it sitting in... I have no items in my... waiting for me to claim in my inventory. We'll figure this out off camera, guys. Pathfic Exile stuff. Cool. Anyways. Let's roll on out like the Autobots.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. It has been a pleasure, as always, to chat to you. We shall catch you tomorrow.
All right. See you for racing tomorrow. Have a good one. Enjoy the song that is a callback to earlier in the show.
Skip it.